Okay. So I just came across this on Facebook. Thought I would do a little explaining and tell you guys what's going on here if you haven't seen it already. The Pokemon Company sues fan for copyright infringement, demands $4,000 in damages. Okay. Beginning of the article, it feels like you can barely go a week without hearing another story of a fan created work being shut down by the company that owns the IP, intellectual property, that's what that stands for, being emulated. Here's the way things usually go. A cease and desist letter is sent to the fan as a sort of warning. The offending material is removed and the issue is resolved. Unfortunately for Ramar Larkin Jones, a massive Pokemon fan, things didn't go over quite so smoothly. Jones manages a small cafe in Seattle and was formerly a Pokemon fanatic. For the past 5 years, he's held the unofficial Pokemon PAX kickoff party at his cafe, a party that played host to a slew of Pokemon-themed giveaways, music, and a Super Smash Bros. Tournament. There was a $2 admission fee that went towards the DJ and the giveaways, but conflict between Jones and the Pokemon Company arose when he made posters for the event that prominently featured Pikachu and Snivy, however you want to pronounce that. Jones immediately canceled the party when he received word of the lawsuit, but the Pokemon Company was resolute in its goals, and a Washington judge has just ruled that Jones now owes the Pokemon Company $4,000 in damages. Speaking to Motherboard about the issue, Jones said, "I can't pay it. I manage a cafe, and cost of living is super expensive in Seattle. I'm hoping I can try to pay over the course of a year because I simply want to be done with it." Though the total amount was reduced slightly, his appeal for a payment plan was later denied by the Pokemon Company, and Jones now has 45 days to pay up. In an effort to try and fundraise, Jones has set up a GoFundMe account, which you can find here. We'll open that. What do you think of the Pokemon Company's decision? Is this a justified course of action, or do you think it's a bit heavy-handed? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Alright, so this is this fellow. Apparently he's raised 1,340 out of the 4,000. Um, I kind of hope that he gets it. I hope that he can pay these people off. Now, just to clarify a couple of things, the Pokemon Company is not Nintendo. Um, it is a separate entity. However, Nintendo is going to get flack for this. I mean, I understand that it's on one of their sites, but they are going to get shitstormed with this because they are basically the only console or handheld makers that are oh my that are giving the Pokemon Company uh, the ability to make their and sell their games. Um, so here's the problem, okay? Uh, the guy made some posters, and I'm assuming, I mean, it's not mentioned here. Uh, I will read that in a minute, but it's not mentioned here, but I am assuming that he probably had information about the tournament on the same poster or flyer that had the Pokemon images on it. Now, just so anybody else knows, here's a little legal, legal insight. Okay, you can print out a picture of whatever you want. You can have anything made into a poster. You cannot advertise with that poster if that intellectual property belongs to someone else. So, in order to avoid this whole shenagle, what he should have done was printed out the posters of just the Pokemon and nothing else on them. I here let me start my let me make a couple of things clear here. That way, and people may call this, oh, what do they call it when you tell people how to do? They may call it finding loopholes, and that's exactly what it is. But here's what I think. Okay, this guy manages a fucking cafe. He doesn't have a lot of money, and they're gonna slap him with a $4,000 fine for a party that never happened. So here's the deal. Okay, if you're going to make a poster, all right. And before anybody else gets wind of this video, no, Pokemon, I'm not going to use your fucking images in this. I'm just going to draw freehand. So, no, I'm not selling this. You can't do anything to me. So, fuck off. Alright, so if you want to use anything as advertising, here's how you do it, okay? Imagine that this white square here is your shop window. Alright, so, here's poster number 1, okay? Here's the poster that you have, the Pikachu or whatever on. So there's your poster with a Pikachu on it. Now, below that, you can have another poster that is separate aside from this one, saying, hey, Smash Bros tourney at 8. And then, give a date down here or something. You can do that. Why? None of this information right here on this second one is on this flyer. You are not selling this flyer. You are not advertising with it. And, yes, people would say, oh, well, it's right above your other flyer. That's clearly advertising. Well, you know what? Yeah, it technically is. But at the same time, it technically isn't. This flyer just happens to be in the same place as this poster does. So there's your way to say, fuck you, the Pokemon Company. I think you guys are real dicks for doing to this guy. And people are going to be less inclined to buy your shit in the future because you're being a complete and utter fucking asshole about it. I mean, the guy probably makes barely enough, to cover the DJ and whatnot, and maybe sells a few drinks, but that's not any of your fucking business. What he sells in his own cafe, that has nothing to do with you. So, considering that the party never happened and was canceled, there are no damages. You're demanding $4,000 in damages that never happened. So again, the Pokemon Company, fuck you. Ramar, I hope you get your $4,000. I hope you pay them off. If anything like this ever happens again, you fucking fight them. And you tell them exactly what I just said. You canceled the party. It never happened. You had no monetary gain. Therefore, you are not required to pay anything because you didn't reap any benefit from that. You stopped it. And to you, the Pokemon Company, you guys are a bunch of faggots, okay? To do this to somebody. To do this to somebody who's dedicated a good chunk of their life to being fans of yours, giving you their money, trying to get people more interested in your products, trying to push your name out there, and you guys just fucked him in the ass. Good fucking job, you money hungry fucking shits. I happen to own Pokemon Ruby, and I think just because of this, I'm never gonna buy another fucking Pokemon game again, or anything that has any Pokemon in it. So that's what you've done. I hope more people see this video, and I hope more people say the same thing. I mean, yes, technically what he did was a bad idea. He probably didn't know any better, or maybe even if he did, he's trying to help you guys. I mean, he's trying to help your fan base, and you guys are fucking him. So fuck you. And you know what, Nintendo? Why didn't you weigh in on this and say, well, if you do that, we're not going to let you use our fucking consoles and shit anymore. I mean, I bet you if Nintendo had said that, then they wouldn't have fucking done it. It's $4,000. You people don't make enough fucking money, man. Fuck you guys. I'm out.